I'm Caleb.
I'm Haley.
And I'm having
Coffee with my ex.
We didn't do that last one.
Cheers. So we forgot to mention last week that March 2nd was our
1 year?
1 year. That was the first episode we released.
Anniversary.
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
That's so wild.
1 whole year.
1 whole year of talking about
It took a year to get into a podcast studio. And we're on week 4 of this podcast studio, and still, hopefully, even last week, like the mic was in front of my face, I'm hoping that we've got it figured out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let us know. Hopefully it sounds good. I'm like trying to eat the microphone.
Yeah, it's something. But yeah, 1 year, and it was really weird starting a podcast in the middle of a pandemic. Well, not in the middle, like the beginning. Like you watch it happen on the podcast.
It was like a couple weeks into it, and then we were like, okay, we're gonna have to do this over FaceTime, and that was weird.
That was weird. I hated that.
And you had to record with your mic with the 101 in the background.
Oh my God. Do not miss that.
It was a bad time.
It was a bad time. And us like, and if you were to go back and like rewatch those episodes, it just like, we sound so stupid. We were like, oh, like, yeah, like they just closed down Italy. Like, like, no, bitch, you're next.
We had no idea. It's such a weird, like, what do you call it? Documented, I guess, time in our lives.
Yeah.
Like, you can just watch us go from not knowing anything to being like, oh.
Oh, we didn't know.
A year later, we would still be wearing masks.
Yeah.
Locked down. That is wild. But today we're not talking about that. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Well, today's actually a really exciting episode. And I got this idea because I was watching on the Wild Till 9 podcast, and they were giving away.
We get all of our ideas from other podcasts.
They were giving away things to their fans. Jeremy was quizzing Lauren, and every question she got right, they gave money to a listener.
We have money?
So I thought that we would give Active Booty gift cards. So I thought that I would ask you pop culture questions centering around the 2000s.
All right.
And every question you get right, the one person in the comments is going to win a $25 Active Booty gift card.
How did they enter?
So to enter this giveaway, all you have to do is leave a comment with your Instagram username and make sure that you are following us on Instagram, Coffee with My Ex, and subscribe to this YouTube channel.
And we will check.
We will check. That's all you have to do is follow us on Instagram and be subscribed to us on YouTube. Just the Coffee with My Ex channel.
But they only get a gift card if I get one right.
Yes.
So this is all on me.
So we're going to basically just pick random. So we're going to look for your usernames in the comments. Multiple comments does not get extra entries. In fact, if I see multiple comments, then you're disqualified. Just leave one comment with your username.
If you have something else to say, make a separate comment without it. This is very technical.
But yeah, so we're giving away possibly 20 $25 Active Booty gift cards. Possibly, depending on how many you get right.
I doubt that. I'm really sorry in advance.
Well, I'm the one paying for this, so I really hope.
You are?
I don't know how much.
I was like, where is this money coming from?
I don't know. I don't know if I want you to get them all right.
I can only imagine you pitching this to Cameron and him being like, all right, you're paying for it.
I mean, it's like, if I got Starbucks gift cards, it would have been a hard no. But if he's like, yeah, you can pay pay for your own clothes.
Yeah, he's like, go ahead.
I'll buy my own inventory.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to start this out. And honestly, these are not in order of how hard they are. So maybe I'll start with an easy one.
I'm terrified right now because I don't have a good memory. And I have had to ditch a lot of my like pop culture trivia like knowledge and replace it with like world happenings.
Yeah. This is going to be a big deal. And remember, these are your fans. Maybe people who couldn't afford to buy it.
Oh my
people who
God.
are really excited to get a piece, who want to support us, who want to feel confident
You're
in
trying
sex
to
in their
set
own
me up
bodies.
for failure so you don't have to. You're cheap. I know you're going to make this really hard.
I just want you to know the stakes.
Oh my God.
All right, 20 questions. You're in the hot seat. Question number 1.
Uh-huh.
Name all... Did you get a high heart rate alert?
No, I got a citizen zap alert.
Name all 5 members of NSYNC.
Oh, Joey, which is interesting first. JT, JC, Lance, and Chris.
Wow, good job.
Someone just got $25.
$25. Amazing. Question number 2. What is Rihanna's real name?
Robin Fenty.
Yeah, look at that.
$50.
I hope some of these are harder. All right. Question number 3. Who is the VMA Video Vanguard Award named after?
Michael Jackson. Woo!
That is correct.
This money is racking out quick.
Shit. Okay. Woo! Question number 4. Who was Rihanna's umbrella originally written for?
Brittany.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
What is 20 times 25? What is
125?
20 times 25 is
Oh.
not 125. It's like 1,000.
The fuck?
Wait, what is 20 times 25? 500. Okay.
I'm going to need you to pull it back.
These are your questions.
Can you throw a few of these?
No.
I'm not giving you any hints from now on.
You didn't give me any hints.
I just planned on giving you a few hints and you're not getting hints.
You're fucking cheap.
What year?
Oh
Question number 5. What year did Destiny's Child break up?
Oh, God. 2002.
2006.
Really?
Yep.
That doesn't seem right. When was Beyonce's first single?
That's a good question.
Oh, but they got back together for Lose My Breath.
Yeah.
But when did they break up the first time?
When did Destiny's Child break up? Okay, so they didn't break up. When Beyonce released her solo album, they were still together.
But when did she release that?
She did release her solo album in 2002, but they didn't break up. And so you're not getting it.
That is ridiculous because I was right.
Because they came back, they still released a whole other album in 2004 together.
Whatever.
So, and I can't afford this.
My math was right.
Good guess though.
Shut up.
Finish the lyric. Question number 6. Finish the lyric. I'm tired of rumors starting.
Huh?
Let me say this again. Finish the lyric. I'm tired of rumors starting.
I'm tired of rumors starting saying what they want about me. Was that wrong?
Yes.
What is it? Is it not Rumors by Lindsay Lohan?
Yes.
I'm tired of rumors starting. I'm sick of being followed.
Yes.
I'm tired of... okay.
I'm tired of people
lying, saying what they... You didn't fucking know the fucking song.
I'll give that one to you.
I had to get into it.
You got like a half credit.
No.
So I was only getting
15, like what?
12.50. All right. Question number 7. On the Way Down was sung by who?
Ryan Cabrera.
Yeah.
I was at that concert.
Really?
Yeah, because he opened for Jessica Simpson. I just saw him the other day on my TikTok, which was weird.
On the way down.
I saw you.
All right. No time to sing. Question number 8. I'm a poor man. Question number 8. Haley Duff, sister of Hilary Duff, recorded and planned to release her single Screwed, but the song was taken from her and given to what famous reality star?
What were you about to say?
I just thought reality star was too much of a give.
A reality star. Paris Hilton?
Fuck!
I never heard that song.
You know what? I was at Hilary Duff's concert in Indianapolis at Conseco, and Haley opened for Hilary, and she sang this song, and she was like, "It's about to come out," and I was so excited, and it never came out. And then I found out that Paris released it. She just was like, "No, it's mine. I'll take it."
Damn.
Poor girl. Question number 9. How many have we gotten right so far? We've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 9.
I'm getting y'all
No,
some
out of
money.
8. 7 out of 8. Wow. No, question number 9. What was the title of Kelly Clarkson's debut album?
Thankful. That was like one of my favorite albums. That was really dumb. You know I love that album.
I didn't think you know albums. You're so bad at like names.
But I
like,
had that. I love that. I still listen to that album.
I'm having less and less fun.
And he came up with these questions like another party should have come up with questions because you're too involved. But clearly you did not think about that.
Who sings the opening theme song for Kim Possible?
Christina Milian.
I'm gonna cry.
I know more than I thought, but I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Please.
This was your idea. This is the quickest $500 you've ever spent.
I'm gonna spend about $500 today. I know you know this one. This was a gift. This was one of my gives to you because like these other ones are too hard. Who played Chip Skylark on Fairly Odd Parents?
Oh, Chris Kirkpatrick.
Okay.
Shiny teeth and sparkles, just like the sun inside. It's a bop. Sometimes I look up that just like to hear it because I think it's so good. And he has a really good voice.
Question number 12. Name the two songs, the two singles in particular, and there might be more answers. But I want two singles that Britney has never performed since her conservatorship.
Two singles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so has a video.
Mm-hmm.
My prerogative.
That is one.
Give me more.
No.
Has she performed that?
Remember in Vegas?
No, I don't.
Who is it? It's Britney.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't get that right.
You didn't get that right. The other one is Overprotected.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. My prerogative and Overprotected.
Yeah.
I mean, there are other singles, but like...
But, yeah.
I actually changed. That wasn't my original question. I just thought that might be a little harder than what I was going to ask.
You can't do that. You cannot do that.
I did.
You cannot do that because you're losing. No more. Ask the questions you wrote.
I don't want to.
You have to. Stop trying to make them harder. Why are you shaking your phone?
I was seeing if I could undo typing and see what my original even was.
I didn't know you could.
Oh, I can, yeah. If you shake it, you can undo.
I didn't know that.
All right, well, I'll see if you get this one right. I'll ask you the original one. Fuck. Britney leaked a part of this ominous song on her website shortly before her breakdown. The song in full has never leaked, and the producer mysteriously died. And all of his and his computer was also like destroyed. What is the title of this song?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes.
There's a lot of parts.
Britney leaked a part of this ominous song on her website shortly before her breakdown. The song has never leaked in full, and the producer has mysteriously died.
Mona Lisa?
No.
What is that song?
But in the end, there's a sparkle.
Rebellion.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's funny you got this second question. No. Oh wait, you didn't get the second question.
But like for some reason I forgot that Mona Lisa and Rebellion were two different songs.
Well, I think they were intended for the same album, Original Doll.
Yeah.
But Mona Lisa was released on the Chaotic EP.
Oh.
For her reality show.
I'm upset I'm getting all the Britney questions wrong.
It was released in full. Mona Lisa was released in full, and I was like, that song is very like Rebellion, Original Doll, like
Rebellion. Like I love that song.
Yeah.
Like
so
what
good.
I know about it.
Do you know that Britney leaked Mona Lisa to the radio station?
Yeah.
Like she went to Ryan Seacrest and was like, "This is my new single off my new album," and Jive was like, "This is not your single."
Because she was on the radio. Like she was like talking about it.
Yeah, she literally like took the single to the radio station and she was like, "Play this," because her label didn't want her to release it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I wonder if she gets sued. She doesn't own the master.
I'm upset I got that one wrong and I knew it.
I'm happy you got that wrong.
I just didn't think enough.
I don't think you're going to get this one. I'm going to ruin your life. I'm going to ruin your life with this next question, but I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you context first. You know what's your favorite song in the world?
To call?
Yeah. How does the opening like bass line go?
Dun, dun, yeah.
Do you know what that sound is?
What do you mean?
That sound, that instrument or whatever, that the bass line of the whole song
Yeah.
is the fart of one of the members.
You're lying. What? I hate
one
boys.
of the members farted in the microphone, and they made that the dun 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 dun.
They're fucking.
And you'll never hear it the same again. And it's ruined your favorite song for you.
That was really rude.
I'm so like, it actually hurts me to think about, because like I don't know how to listen to the call ever again. But I want you to tell me whose fart that was.
How the fuck would I ever know that?
It's one of the members.
Is it my favorite one?
I'm not giving you any clues.
I feel like it was Brian, because that's just like something that he would do.
It's not Brian, but it would be something he would do. That's a very Brian, like, church boy camp thing to do.
Yeah, so that...
It was Howie D's ass who made that sound.
Not Howie.
Howie D's ass made the most iconic bass line in your favorite song.
That's really, really... That's them just fucking trolling.
Yeah.
That was them just literally trolling.
That's so mean. All right, so we're on question 14. You've only missed two or 2 or 3.
Or 4. I don't know. That's fine. Just keep going.
All right. What white female pop star introduced voguing to the mainstream?
Oh, Madonna.
Correct.
Which is really funny.
I was watching Drag Race, and they were like talking about the history of Vogue at the ball, and RuPaul's like, yes, the voguing was invented at the ball, but he's like, Madonna introduced it to the mainstream. All right, so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 questions right out of 14.
Woo! Look at that money, honey.
Very, very good. 11 out of 14.
More?
We have 5 more questions.
Oh. I don't like that. So 19 questions?
Yeah. No, 20. 5, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 26 more. That's how math works. All right. I think you'll get this one. What famous pop star died in a private plane accident at the beginning of her extremely promising career?
Aaliyah.
Mm-hmm.
Love Aaliyah.
So sad.
So sad.
I remember like that.
Aaliyah
happening.
ran so Tinashe could walk.
Aaliyah ran so everyone could
So true.
walk.
It's so sad though what happened, like how she was treated by like R. Kelly and shit. Like that shit was fucking weird.
Yeah.
Did you watch Surviving R. Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch Surviving R. Kelly like the after thing?
No.
It's just a lot.
Worth a watch?
Worth a watch.
Okay, so you were on question number 16.
16.
Who sang this lyric? Tired of being compared to damn Britney Spears.
Pink.
She's so pretty that just ain't me. Yes.
She's so pretty. You love that song.
I love that song. Doctor. No, wait. That's just like a pill. Is that? Yeah.
That just ain't me. Doctor, won't you please prescribe me something?
Be life for someone
else. I'm a hazard to myself. Don't let me get me.
I'm my own worst enemy. You would know you would know yourself.
Is anyone still listening?
They're trying to win money. They're listening to this like, dear God, I hope this ends quickly. All right. Question number 17. What star was allegedly blacklisted from the industry for speaking out against Beyonce? Hint, this is a black female pop star who talked about Beyonce and has been blacklisted since. She kind of disappeared after she has... I'm going to give it to you if I say it.
Maybe not, because I have no idea.
She was heavily involved in the production of Blackout.
She's black.
And she was featured. I'll give you this because I'm not going to give you her most famous song. She was featured on a song with Neo. Sometimes love comes.
Oh, Carrie Hilson.
Yeah.
You gave that to me. But I forgot about her.
I'm so annoyed.
But that
Why
sucks.
did I give it to you?
You gave it to me, but I got it.
I'm taking it back.
No, you're not.
I did not plan on spending more than $350.
Why did you think that?
Because I didn't think you are like, I don't know anything.
Maybe I know everything.
Oh my God. Okay. Question number 18. What song by pop sensation Christina Aguilera was featured in the commercials for the LG chocolate?
Candyman. Duh. I knew that. I knew what you were going to ask before you asked it.
All right.
I remember that commercial. What a good fucking commercial.
Oh, I wrote the same question down twice.
Huh. You better come up with another one. You're not going to ask 19 questions.
Okay, this is cute. What song did Taylor Swift originally write for a high school talent show? And it's one of obviously her first.
Tim McGraw?
No, but good guess. Our song.
Ah.
High school talent show.
Why is she is so talented.
She is too talented. She wrote that in high school.
It hurts me how talented she is. I love her.
All right, are you ready for the final question?
The final question.
Name every Britney Spears album.
Okay. Baby One More Time. Oops, I Did It Again.
In order.
That's what I'm doing.
I know. I just want to make sure it's clear.
I mean, that's the way you have to do it.
Okay.
Oops, I Did It Again. Britney. In the Zone. Blackout.
Yes.
Blackout. Femme Fatale.
No.
No, Circus. Femme Fatale. Circus is my favorite.
Okay.
I would have gotten that. Femme Fatale.
So we're in 2011 right now.
Britney Jean Glory.
Yeah. Wow. 9. Don't know if I can give it to you because of the circus.
Shut the hell up. I got that right. I got so many right, and you're just upset because you had to drop a fucking bag today. But guess what? Because he has to drop a bag today, you guys get all kinds of Active Booty gift cards. I love to see it. We love to see it.
17 questions right. So I'm giving away $425. More than I've ever made on this podcast. All right. So again, just to recap, to enter and win one of these $25 gift cards, all you have to do is leave a comment on this episode with your Instagram username and make sure that you are following us at Coffee with My Ex on Instagram and subscribe to this Coffee with My Ex YouTube channel.
Yeehaw.
So to finish out this episode, I just wanted to go over a few we're both born in the 90s, but I feel like we really resonate most with like 2000s pop culture because that's when we started to like have brains.
Yeah. Even though I feel like I developed a lot of my tastes in like the late 1990s.
I swear to you, I don't remember anything before 2000.
That's like, I feel like the late 1990s is when I developed my like passion for singing and dancing. So like when I was like, I was born in 1994, so like when I was like 4 and 5 is when I would like run around singing like Shania Twain or like just like whoever.
Wow. It's like young bloomer, early bloomer.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I thought that this would be a good time to talk about like, I think everyone's idea of what is iconic and memorable to them is so like relative and personal. And so I feel like the things that I feel like throughout my childhood, the things that really stuck out to me most are iconic to me probably aren't iconic to like my like mom or like my grandparents.
Right,
and like
right.
the things that are iconic to the kids today don't mean as much to me. I feel like now like there's no performance that I can be like, that's iconic.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, that was really great. But it's not like a defining moment of my upbringing.
Yeah.
So what are a few, let's specifically say pop performances or like musical performances that have like stuck out to you and are burned into your brain?
Okay. You want me to go first? So there's 2 that I have in mind, and I'm not even gonna mention the 2001 VMAs.
That's a given.
It's just like a given.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the years of these. But one of my first like Britney performances that I can remember was the one where maybe this might have been after that.
Not with NSYNC?
No, I think I'm getting my times mixed up, but this is still iconic. Is when she was in that like suit, that rip-away suit.
The year before.
It was the year before.
Yeah.
She was in the rip-away suit, and she was like kind of like Michael Jackson-esque, and I loved it. And then she ripped it off, and it was like this fully nude like thing, and it was so controversial.
That was like her first time being sexy.
Yeah, and I remember it, and that was really, really, that was a fucking performance. That was like, I feel like one of the, I don't know, just like kind of the beginning of like spectacle performances. Yeah. Like really, really like taking the time to make like a full on pop performance. Not saying that her ones before that weren't like that, but it was like the first time like I'm making a statement.
I mean, she made headlines for that.
Yeah. And then the second one, which the first one is the reason why the second one could happen, was Lady Gaga's paparazzi performance.
Oh my gosh. That's what I was going to say.
You were? That was like the first thing that came to my mind when you're like, okay, be thinking of whatever. That performance changed everything for me.
That was one of the best performances I've ever seen in my life.
It was theatrical. It was like
the music wasn't just like the track. It was a whole reworked version of it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there was a story. She was singing live with a
tuner, which I loved.
It sounded great, and it was just kind of like
the blood, the
hanging, it was weird as
the
fuck.
Message,
and I loved that. That's what I love about Lady Gaga so much, is that she's been undeniably herself.
Wasn't that her first VMA performance?
I don't know, maybe.
I feel like that
probably
was, and it's just like that. Still, I feel like hasn't been topped in my mind.
Oh my god,
that was
so good. And the melodies, like the way she sang. So
I mean, like, yes, I don't know. I love Britney, but that paparazzi performance was a spectacle, and she danced too. It was good. Captivating. But another one was, for me, honestly, I genuinely, I think that one of my favorite performances is the Britney ABC special.
Oh, it talks when she has like the
that whole really special good. Is like my favorite Britney as a performer. Granted that it's not like a spectacle performance, so that's difficult. The VMA stuff I think is still the best. I remember the performance you were talking about with the bodysuit, because I was at my great grandma's house.
Oh no!
And my whole family was there. And I remember it was on TV, and they were like, "Shut it off," and they were so mad. Meanwhile, I'm this little kid, and I'm mesmerized, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is it. She's doing it!" Like, it's I don't know. That was a huge stick out moment for me.
Yeah.
I don't think I even got to watch. You know what really did stick out to me, and it was more infamous than anything. But when Britney did her "Give Me More" performance, I remember exactly where I was. I remember how I felt.
I did too.
I was
like literally standing right in front of the TV.
Yeah, I was at my friend's house, and I was like, "We have to watch this. Britney's back. She's performing."
Yeah.
And I'll just never forget.
I remember thinking that it wasn't her best, but I didn't remember thinking like it was as bad as like the backlash was.
Well, looking back, it wasn't. Like, people made it out to be way worse than it was.
Right. Because people are just like so hypercritical.
Like, she was still like, she wasn't Britney Spears in that performance, but she still did better than a lot of people do today.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, comparatively to a lot of performances I've seen, it's not the worst. And people literally made it out to be like the worst performance of all time.
Yeah.
I also saw somewhere on like one of the Britney Instagrams that I follow, like, that just shared the Britney's tube. It's great. And and they shared the only Grammy performance that she's ever done. And
Me Against the Music?
No, Grammy performance. She did a Grammy performance.
I know, but was it Me Against the Music that she performed?
I don't think so. I don't remember what it was, but they were talking about how
Was it Toxic then?
I have no
idea.
idea.
It's the only Grammy she's been nominated for.
No, it was a performance. So I don't know if she was even like, I don't think she was nominated for any Grammys that year.
Oh.
I think she was just performing. And they apparently, like, the owner or like the runner of the Grammys, like, were like, yeah, she's never coming back again.
Why?
I don't know, but I just thought that was interesting.
She hasn't been back since.
Yeah, no, literally. I'll send it to you.
Her and Katy Perry have been robbed by the Grammys.
Here we go. Katy Perry she had some bops. Teenage Dream, like Firework.
That album was great.
Dark Horse.
Yeah.
And E.T. Wow, what a song.
Dark Horse was actually on Prism, not Teenage Dream.
I'm just saying those are the songs that stick out to me.
She's had bops and deserves more things. So are there any like...
Once again, she is doing fine.
Cameron, literally, this is the funniest thing. Cameron, like multiple times, I would say a couple times a month.
Yeah.
He'll just be like, we've got to like help Katy get more money. Like, Katy needs help. And like, he'll be dead ass like, how do we fundraise for Katy? Like, she's hurting. And I'm like,
she is fine. First of all, she's married to Orlando Bloom, had his baby, and she's a multi-millionaire.
He streams Daisies.
I hate that
multiple
song.
times a day.
I hate it. I think it's because of him.
And he does that. He plays the same song over and over, and he is just so passionate about like making sure her quality of life is improved.
It is wild.
And it's just so funny because he's dead ass.
He's dead ass.
He's like,
no, he plays her any chance.
She deserves to be paid more.
I can't. It's so interesting about Katy Perry, though, is that she really, even though she does have a lot of good singles, the difference is that like her cult following isn't as big as other pop stars. Like most of her streams come from her singles.
She did have a lot of radio. It's kind of like the Maroon 5 effect, I feel like, where they are the number one on the radio, but like
super
who is
radio
going
friendly
to their concerts?
Right.
Who is invested?
Cameron is.
I would love though to watch her. A lot of people have said her documentary on Netflix, or her Teenage Dream documentary, is one of the best they've seen.
Exactly, like I didn't know she had one.
Because it was like they filmed when she got the text from
Yeah,
Russell.
I remember seeing that on TikTok. We should watch it.
I would love to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay. Plans. Are there any other like, as far as like infamous pop culture moments, like what are things that stick out into your mind? Not like performances, but just moments throughout time that are significant to you. I'll go first.
Okay.
Because this is something that I don't know why it has had such a deep impact on me. Uh-huh. But the divorce of Jessica and Nick.
Oh, that hit me hard.
I don't know why it hit me hard.
That hit me hard.
But I was like, love is not real. Because I believed in them.
It was like the first, like, it was like kind of like I feel like our generation's introduction to like a lot of reality TV.
Yeah.
Because like The Simple Life and stuff, I really didn't watch. It was just like kind of, I don't know. That was like, I feel like I was too young.
Yeah. When
that was like at its heyday, and it was like probably inappropriate for me to be watching. But I loved watching that. Like I went to Jessica Simpson's concert and Nick Lachey's concert. Yeah. Like I was a stan.
You went to Jessica Simpson's concert?
I told you. Because Ryan Cabrera opened up for her.
Oh, yeah, you do. I just saw a Twitter thread the other day. Did I send it to you?
What?
It was like a thread every time Jessica Simpson woke up and chose violence.
No, you didn't send that to me.
It was just a thread of performances where she was like scream belting and not even close to the note, but she thought she was Mariah Carey.
She did it.
Like I was cackling.
I used to like literally try to sing like her, and I look back and I'm like, wait, what? I mean, that's mean, but
it's fascinating. But you know what? She's a billionaire. She has a
billionaire
clothing line that's doing really well.
Fuck a billionaire. Go on. Is that it for you?
No. You know what another big moment was for me was Michael Jackson's death.
Yeah.
And
I remember that day.
I have very different, I mean, I didn't like grow up listening to him or know much about him. And honestly, I just kind of heard like all of the awful things about him. But I was in New York City when he died.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so I was like walking around in like Times Square, and everyone's like getting weird and like is reacting to this breaking news. And this is before like phones.
I mean, there wasn't like as much social media.
Yeah.
It was more like news.
But I remember I was in Times Square, and every billboard changed to Michael Jackson, like whatever date to like 2000 whatever. And it was just bizarre being in like New York City, and everyone was in mourning, just like looking at all these memorials. And it's like the whole city stopped for a moment. We were all like connected in grief. And I was with my grandparents who like don't really care about Michael Jackson. And I remember it being on the TV and the news, and I like my family didn't really, since it didn't affect him that much, I don't think I really experienced it. But just being in the city and seeing everything just like stop was wild.
Yeah, that was a really weird thing because, and I actually, my mom loved Michael Jackson. And after that, This Is It came out in the theaters. She's like, no, we're going.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah, because I feel like my family also was very like, they love pop music.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was kind of like, damn.
This Is It came out when I was in LA for acting camp.
Mm-hmm.
And so people were just like lining the like streets with like, there was like Michael Jackson memorials there, like everyone was like laying flowers.
Mm-hmm.
There was this giant Michael Jackson like flash mob right next to, I think I went in City Walk to see This Is It.
Oh, City Walk.
And it was just epic. Like it was a celebration. So it was really cool to just like be in a place of entertainment, like where he's from.
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird that I got to experience This Is It in LA and his death in New York.
Yeah,
like,
that's
why?
weird. Yeah, like what? That was like 2009.
Yeah, it's like why the 2 weeks out of the year that I was not in Indiana
Yeah.
is when Michael Jackson events were happening.
Weird.
Really weird. Another thing was the cancellation of Zoe 101. Finding out that Jamie Lynn was pregnant
Oh my gosh.
changed a lot for me.
Yeah, that was weird.
And I was like, I mean, initially, obviously, it was like toxic. I was like, oh, she's a slut.
Yeah.
But then I was
I
like,
think I was just more confused. I was like, wait, what? No, she's like a child. Like I didn't get it.
yeah, it didn't make sense.
It
I was
didn't
like, wait,
make
she's
sense.
having babies.
But like we also went to a school where like babies were having babies.
Red lanyards, yeah.
Yeah.
That was devastating.
I loved that show so much, and like the fashion. So like I used to draw in this notebook, like I would try to like draw like as if I was like drawing like a sketchbook like for like fashion or whatever, and I would literally just try to emulate everything they wore, like the craziest shit, like the craziest prints. Like, you know how the early 2000s were.
Yeah.
And I would literally just try to draw that and think like I was really doing something.
Do you think that's gonna come back?
I think it already kind of has.
No, like was it bell bottoms, the low rise jeans? Oh wow, yeah.
Please no low rise jeans. But a lot of the crazy prints, I see it all the time. Like even like the little like kind of like weird tie-dye looking shirts. Like a lot of it is coming back. A lot of the shoes, a lot of the like jewelry, the clips that girls are wearing. A lot of girls are wearing now. Like the.
So
hair
we moved
clips.
on from the 90s. Now we're in the 2000s.
Yeah.
So what do we go from there?
I don't.
Do we cycle back to the 20s?
What was 2010s? What did we wear then? I wore spirit shirts.
I wore
in high school.
Sleeveless hoodies. Sleeveless vests. Oh, you know what else was a huge moment was the Super Bowl with Janet Jackson and Justin.
I don't remember it that well.
Did you watch it?
I don't know. I literally do not remember it.
I'll tell you what, all hell broke loose in my house. I remember Gotta Have You Naked by the end of this song. Titty.
Is that what happened? Is that like what he was singing that
Gotta
song?
Have You Naked by the end of this song, and then he ripped it. Because it was planned. Like, but I don't think it was planned that her nipple was going to show.
It was just supposed to be her bra.
Yeah. And so obviously when he ripped
But
everything.
I don't understand, like, how did that part, like, her bra just unsnapped?
Well, people, I mean, I always thought it was like a stunt that was, I don't know. Now it's just confusing. Because it's like, you have to be, she had a pasty on. So obviously that was like worst case scenario situation. Mm-hmm. Which they planned for, I guess. But I don't.
That's normal. Pasties are normal.
I don't know how that happens.
In my mind, it's like the padding of her bra like ripped off and like the wire was still there. Like in my mind, that's how I see like the photo.
That poor, I remember that happening in my family. Like my dad and mom looked at each other and they're like, did you on my Christian television? A nipple?
I don't remember it though. What year? Probably 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. One of those years.
I think it was.
So yeah, I was in 4th grade, but.
Yeah, I mean, that was fascinating, and I was just, I remember just being in my living room with my family, and they were just like, cover the TV.
I have a cultural reset moment. Lemonade.
Oh.
Lemonade.
I was just thinking, is that her last album?
No.
Has she
No,
released?
her last album was, no, that was not her last album.
Has she released an album since?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, huh? No way. No, she released the Lion King one.
That's not. I'm talking about like a Beyonce album.
That was a Beyonce album, was it not?
No, they were all their other songs. I think.
Anyway, Lemonade, the visual album and the actual album really just like
That was 2016. That was only 5 years ago.
so good. Yeah, but it was like it was just the way that the narrative of it was something that I had never seen before.
I remember when it came out, and that was when we were like having discussions for the first time about it. And I remember you being like, "Wait, what? Like police do what?" Mm-hmm. And it was just, I mean, yeah, I think
it was the narrative. It was the black. It was like a combination of the black experience, the police brutality, and infidelity, and like forgiveness.
Yeah.
And it was all of that and what it's like to be a woman in that situation. And I found it super interesting and really like just brutally honest. And I would imagine if I were in that position, it'd be a really hard piece of work to release. And so I found it so like, I've never heard anything like that before in my life. And so it was just, I don't know. It was literally in my mind, a cultural, like I haven't thought the same since.
Yeah. No, I think it woke a lot of people up and just, I mean, especially for one of the biggest pop stars to release something so off of mainstream. Like that really didn't see radio play. I mean,
no, because it was like on Tidal for the longest time. Like you couldn't listen to it unless you had Tidal.
But also like the weird thing is that people older than us probably didn't experience Lemonade or don't. I mean, I'm sure our parents don't know about Lemonade or like things like that.
Yeah.
But I think for our generation and below, it's going to have a huge impact on the way they see the world and view pop music and just like expression in songs, because I think that really opened the door for people to get a lot more authentic and real in their music and use their platforms as where I think a lot of mainstream and people older than us view music as just something that should make everyone happy.
Yeah, and I think that Beyonce kind of had that kind of mentality until Lemonade. It was kind of like, it was also her like moment to kind of like flip the switch and like the narrative and like use her platform in that way.
And it's that has to be so scary, because as a black woman, she's one of the few black women that are considered pop stars. And it's not like she was ever really top of the charts. And so she, I mean, took her first risk with like surprise releasing her Beyonce album, which was such a huge risk. But then to have like all of this fame and attention as a black artist, and then for your next album to just risk it all and release something so controversial and such a statement. I mean, what a boss move.
Just a boss move. All of it. Every song's a bop. It's just
and
such
she
good
is
writing.
The only one that had that much power that it's like, oh, like this is Beyonce. And it's so funny because all of her music before was like kind of made for like white people or like for everyone to be enjoyed. And it was so interesting to see white people, myself included, be like, oh, this isn't for me. Like, oh, you didn't write this song for me to just dance to. Like, you're making a statement about your experience.
Yeah.
And so that was just a really, just a cool thing to see someone have the balls to do.
Yeah. I remember whenever Adele won the Grammy for that, and she wanted to go to Beyonce, and it was just, I'm sure that was like really hard to.
Yeah, she was like, "You make my black friends feel what'd she say?"
Yeah, she was like that. You just make my black friends feel like seen with that album.
I thought that was so cool for Adele to use that moment for that too.
Yeah, but I think she was just speaking facts. Yeah, I don't think she was like trying to be like.
It wasn't like she was like, "Why am I on this stage?"
Yeah.
It's like, I understand "Hello" was a good song and it was a great album, but like,
but was it revolutionary? Like,
yeah, and that's what's. There's been so much talk, obviously, about like the Grammys and like the Golden Globes and just like representation, but things like that, like for Lemonade not to be given the credit that it deserves for the impact that it has, it just shows that it didn't impact every generation, and some generations just aren't going to be, and like they're just not even given the time of day, to understand it.
Yeah.
Pop culture. So relative.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else would have said Zoe 101 is the most.
I love Jamie Lynn Spears so much. Well, I used to. But I used to get told that I look like her all the time. Like, people still say that. You
still get that. Yeah.
I don't know. I still don't get it.
You get like, Britney a lot, too, though.
I get Britney a lot, and I get Jamie Lynn, and I just think it's because my hair is
Maybe
blonde.
you're the actual sister of Britney. Maybe Jamie Lynn isn't.
All right. What's your recommendation for the week? Is that it?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Okay, what's your recommendation for the week?
Well, we're at 50 minutes too. My recommendation for the week is RuPaul's Drag Race.
Good.
I've not recommended that. I just started it, and I am now like starting from season 1. It is, I think the newer seasons are much better. Originally, it was kind of like America's Next Top Model parody, but there is so much gay culture and just like pop culture that I feel like I've missed out on, and it's just a great way to keep up on all things gay, which I feel like I am sorely lacking because I don't have many like gay. I feel like I don't have a lot of gay experiences, and it's just so fun to watch. And RuPaul is just such a icon and a queen, and there's something about the show that is captivating and makes me want to keep watching it. And just it being like them like lip syncing like drag shows, I just miss that so much. Just like that going out experience too. And it's and honestly, the creativity is so inspiring every week to see the things that they pull together, and it's just
takes real skill. People don't like understand.
Yeah, it's,
like the real skill that you need to like make it in like the drag world. It's not just like lip syncing. Like there's whole outfits and makeup and like performance art. It's a whole thing.
It's so hard. And then when I'm watching it, I'm just like, I could not imagine if I was tasked with this.
Oh
like,
my God.
Anyways, that's my recommendation. What's yours?
My recommendation this week is Amend on Netflix, and I've implored every single one of my friends to watch it, and no one wants to listen to me. That's fine. Maybe someone out there will. And it is a 6-part docuseries on Netflix, and like there's Will Smith narrates it. There's all kinds of different actors in there who perform like, I don't know, like spoken word, like they'll kind of like, I'm not even going to try to explain it, but you'll like it, and it explains all of the ways in which the 14th Amendment has been used and like kind of its journey, which I find really interesting. So, but it is really interesting in how like they use it in like women's rights and gay rights, and it's a really like just you see it in plain sight about how like civil rights and like Black people fighting for their rights have led to the rights of so many other people. So like that's why like whenever we talk about, and it's Women's History Month, whenever we talk about like Women's History Month, I feel like a lot of the intersectionality gets lost in it, and when people think of like women's rights, they think suffrage. They think white people, because the suffrage movement was inherently racist actually, and it was really Black women and all women of color and trans women who led a lot of the women's rights and gay rights. And so I just think it's just it's informative, it's entertaining, and it's important. Nice
Drag Race and
Amend on Netflix.
What's your intention for the week?
I don't know.
I'll go. My intention for the week is to be I've had this intention quite a bit, but it's for a different reason this time. My intention is to be present. But my therapist told me that, because I was talking about my childhood, and I was like, I don't really remember it the right way. And I said this in the last podcast. He said that when you are anxious, your brain shuts off like your ability to store memories. And when you're naturally anxious, you're kind of always in the future. And so you don't ever really like remember things. And so I really would like to be present. So I just like remember like what my life was, you know? I'd love to like just remember things.
My intention this week is to go to bed earlier, because I've been really tired. And I need to go to bed earlier.
Even when we have budget for a podcast, it still ends like this.
Cameron went out. All right. Thanks for watching.
Coffee with... Coffee. Fuck.
Go on.
Coffee with my ex.
Good.
Coffee with my ex. Can we have someone do that for me?